First of all, I want to thank you for coming to my website and checking out my new ebook on depression, cure your depression, 7 Steps to Peace, Love, and Joy. And just want to tell you a little bit about myself. I dealt with depression for the better part of 20 years. Most of the first half of that I really didn't realize I was depressed, but looking back, I know it was probably from my mid-20s at least until early 40s that I was depressed. I was clinically depressed, determined to be clinically depressed in my late 30s. That was the first time when I'd really acknowledged that. It began actually when I was, well, the process began after my mom died when I was seven and a half years old. And it didn't hit me then. It's just that my way of dealing with that and in turn dealing with other losses, failures, even anticipated failures eventually, it was my way of dealing with that led me down that depression path. You guys that are maybe watching this, if you're dealing with depression, I know you're skeptical. I know there's a part of you deep inside that wants to be cured, and there's a big part of your consciousness that says, I don't believe it. I don't believe I can. I'm suffering from this, and it's overwhelming, and it's, it's slowly killing me. And I know I've been there. I was there for a long time. I found a way to get past it. I've been free of depression now for the better part of 7 years. And oh, what a feeling it is. It's so, life is I'm living life now. I'm not just struggling to get through. I'm not just going through the motions. I went through the motions for years and years and years and was bored with everything, and nothing made me happy. I mean, I had my kids, and they saved my life. Absolutely. And it was the one thing I had to cling on to grab a hold of and say, life is worth living. But for a long time, that was the only thing. It was the only thing I had. There was nothing else that brought any kind of joy into my life. And so I know where you guys are. I know what you feel like. I know what you're going through. And for those of you that are looking at this because one of your friends or loved ones is struggling with depression, I know what they are going through. I can imagine what you're going through because you feel helpless, and they don't know how to tell you how to help. They just want you to know how to help. And that's a hard thing because you don't understand the process, and they're upset because you don't understand, but you can't because you haven't been there. I've been there, and I know what it's like. And so for you, whether you're here because of a loved one or you're here for yourself, thank you for being here. And I know that it's hard to trust anything. It's hard to believe in anything right now. And you don't even believe in yourself. But I believe in you. Yeah. If nothing else, that makes a difference. I believe in you. I know you can get better. I struggled through because I didn't have anybody to help me or guide me, show me a path to get out of that darkness that you're in. it just was overwhelming. It's this huge weight that you carry around every day, and it's all you can do to get out of bed and take one step. Some days you just can't even do that, but it takes all your energy every day just to get through the day. I want to lift that. I want to help you to lift that burden off yourself. One of the things that I discovered is that, if you're in a hole and you want to get out of the hole that you're in, first thing you got to do is stop digging. We dig our own hole. And it's not funny, but it's funny to me looking back at my own life and seeing how I dug myself into this hole and just kept digging, Oh my God. It's just ridiculous what we do to ourselves. So I decided it's time for me to write it down, to share my experiences, to share them with others that are suffering from depression so that they can stop suffering. If I found a way out by myself, I know with my help you guys can find a way out. I found, I struggled through, I stumbled, in different ways, but I found a way out. And it's not going to be for everybody. It's not a magic pill. It requires you to do the work. And I know that sounds tough, but I've put it down in steps that if you follow those steps, very quickly you'll start to see a light at the end of the tunnel. Right now you don't. Right now all you see is the tunnel. I put a 60-day guarantee on this, and I put a longer guarantee, but at the end of 60 days, you know if it's for you or not. I mean, that's just how it is. With all my products, and services, you know within 60 days if it's the right thing for you or not, if it's going to be helpful or not. If you haven't discovered it in that amount of time, then you're not working it. You're not doing the work. If you can just have a little trust, just say that, what have you got to lose? What have you got to lose? Nothing. I know you're saying, well, I could be disappointed again. Well, leave the expectations at the door and say, I'm just going to test this out. I'm just going to take a look at it and say, is it right for me or is it not? Is it something that might work or is it not? I know it works. It worked for me. And whether it'll work for you, I don't know. That's up to you. But I have tools that can help you if you want that. But I don't even want to go there right now. Right now, I just want you to get the book, read the book, begin to put it into practice. Begin to do some of the things, until you've read the book, until you've had a time to absorb what's in there and get a good idea of what it means to you. I don't even want you to think about any of the other stuff. The process, whether it cures you or not, it's good for you. It's a good process to go through. And so I know it'll be beneficial for you. I know there's a desire in you to get better. So get the book. Try it out. See what you think. My ultimate goal is that we wipe out depression completely. That nobody ever has to go there again. Nobody ever has to feel the way I felt. I'm working at that one person at a time. You got to decide, do I want to get better or not? Do I want to live like this? Do I want to survive every day? Or do I want to live?